Let's get started with Explore 1. It is a Nearpod, so we're going to click on the link. We are going to work our way through this using the best materials we can find at our house. So again, it is okay if you don't have the exact item. You're just going to want to substitute something else. And let's hope our Nearpod loads soon. We're going to grab our name from Google. Yes, continue. And then this is GeoscienceProcesses. This is Explore1 for it. Explore1 is actually called big or small. Activity. Small-scale geoscience processes are events that occur over a short period of time and or affect a relatively small area. Such events can take from a few seconds or a few years to occur. Other small-scale processes may occur at a microscopic level or affect an area covering a few kilometers. Directions Part 1. Collect your materials as directed by your teacher and put on your safety goggles. We're going to start by crumbling 4 to 5 pieces of notebook paper into balls and placing them on one end of the shoebox. So I'm going to crumble it up, and then I've got a plastic clear shoebox, and I'm going to put it on one end. I'm going to do 6 pieces. You can do 4. You can do 5. You could do 7 and the experiment would still work. That's 5. 6. So now mine looks like this. And I'm going to put all the plastic balls on one side. Then carefully pour 1 liter, enough to cover the paper, of sand or soil over the paper balls so it represents a hill. I found some dirt from my backyard, so I'm going to use soil. You might do the same, or you might have sand at your house. I was just in a Pop-Tarts box because that was the quickest thing I could use to collect it. I don't want that rock. Okay, so now my shoebox looks like this, where it's got dirt and the paper balls are covered up. Then it says the milk carton represents a house. I do not have a milk carton, so I'm going to use a Velveeta's box. It is empty, so hopefully it'll work just as well. I know that's not perfect. You could use any little item you can find. So I've got my Velveeta box on top of my shoe box, and I've got it on the top of my hill. I'm going to click next because I've done those 4 steps. And then it says draw a picture of this model in the space below. So I could use my pencil. I would draw a box. In my box, I've got my paper balls on one side. This is not going to be a perfect image. I'm guessing yours is going to look way better. And then I've got dirt covering all of that up. Dirt over here a little bit. And then at the very top, I've got my house, which in my case is a yellow Velveeta's box. Again, doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to show what your model looks like. That is a very simple drawing of what mine looks like. You should spend more time than I do on your model. Direction 1, continue. Assign 1 person to be a timer and 1 person to be a shaker. I'm going to be a timer and a shaker for you. The shaker is going to pick up the box. you will pick up the box, and you're gently going to shake it back and forth for 20 seconds, then set the box on the table. So let's get ready. Pick up your box, and we're going to gently shake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then I'm going to set it back on the table. You can see that my box moved a couple inches. It started to go down the hill. So I would illustrate that by drawing my box. I've got my dirt, my hill over here. Then it goes lower. And I would draw how my box started over here, and now it's closer to here. So my box moved. Again, you're going to do a way better drawing than I did. What geoscience process did shaking the box represent? You're going to insert your answer here. If you prefer to record your audio, you could also record your audio. If at any point I'm going too fast, feel free to pause and slow me down. Describe how this process affected the land and the home on the hill. So what happened to your land? What happened to your home? Again, you're going to insert answer here, or you could record your audio if you prefer that. Directions 1, continue, reset the sand and the soil in your house so they are back in that beginning position. Next, I'm going to fill a plastic bottle full of water. Be careful not to let the water escape from the holes in the bottom. So first, I'm going to need to put some holes in the bottom. That's why you need the hammer and the nail. So I'm going to get out my hammer and my nail. You're going to want to have a parent do this part for you. And basically, you're just going to tap some holes in the bottom. I'm just going to do it in the lid because I feel like that's going to make it the easiest for us. Maybe 4 or 5 holes. That's 3. 4, 1 more. You could do 10 holes in the bottom if you want. You could do 7 holes, however many you think. And then you're going to fill up your water bottle or whatever tool you used with water. If you did put your holes at the bottom, you're going to want to make sure that you are careful not to let the water escape. Next part, you're going to hold the bottle right side up and sprinkle it evenly all over the sand and the soil. So let me put my model down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to hold my bottle and I'm going to sprinkle it. Then I'm going to draw what happened. If I did this right, my Velveeta box would start to slowly slide down my hill, and I would probably have a canal in my hill. So I will draw that now. You draw what happened to yours. When you finish drawing, you're going to go on to the next question. Sorry, I've got my dog in the background having fun. There's my quick drawing. Describe what you observed in the space below. Remember, you can type your answer or record your audio, whatever you prefer. What geoscience process did this represent? Again, you can type or record. These two processes represent changes to land. Were these changes small scale or large scale? You're going to put whatever answer you think. I'll click on A. Part 2, we're going to mix it up. So it says, place a small sample of limestone in a petri dish. I took some random rocks from my backyard. I am hoping one of them is landstone. This one looks sort of similar to what landstone looks like. If you need to, you can Google a picture of it. Then it says, pour a small amount of acidic acid vinegar onto the limestone using a dropper. I don't have that, so I'm just going to pour mine into a measuring cup and then pour really slowly when I do this. Afterwards, I'm going to show you a sample video of someone else doing it, so maybe theirs will look a little bit better. So I'm going to slowly pour. Probably should show you what it looks like first. So right now, all of my rocks are dry. I'm going to slowly pour onto my different rocks. If I do this right, some bubbling should occur. Obviously, it's very hard for me to show you, but there is some bubbling. Let me also show you a quick video of this happening. So they've got limestone.
Students place a small sample of limestone
on their petri dish. They use a dropper, and as you can see at the very top, there is some bubbles occurring. And afterwards, you can see some sediment left behind. The open-ended question, record your observations. So what did you see as you did this experiment? You can either type or record yourself. What did you observe when you dropped acidic acid on the limestone sample? Again, you're going to type your response or record your audio. I think there's one or two more questions. What did you observe in the petri dish after removing your sandstone? So when you pick it up, you should see something. What do you see? Again, you're going to type your response or record your audio. Is the geochemical process of dissolution or dissolving a large or small scale change? Why do you think this? Type your response or record your audio. And that's all for Explore 1.